The woman went to the pharmacy to buy medicine for herself. She accidentally took an extra bottle of pills labeled feign death. By the time the doctor turned around and noticed, the woman had already taken all the medicine she had brought home. This accidental overdose unexpectedly saved her life. When she saw how nervous her husband's family was, she felt relieved that she had ignored her father's advice and married her husband. After confirming multiple times that she showed no signs of life, her husband immediately called her best friend. Hearing her husband affectionately call her best friend baby, the woman realized that her husband and best friend had long been entangled. Suddenly, her father-in-law slapped her husband. The woman mistakenly thought her father-in-law was standing up for her, but in the next moment, she heard the real truth. Her father-in-law scolded her husband for making such a call, saying that if the woman were still alive and had overheard this, they would lose an asset worth tens of billions of dollars. At that moment, the woman finally understood that her marriage to her husband was nothing more than a scheme to seize the inheritance her father had left her. She was utterly disappointed in this entire family. She swore that once she woke up, she would reclaim her identity as the daughter of a billionaire, and make those who wronged her pay a heavy price. Just then, her best friend rushed in with a young boy. From their conversation, the woman realized that the boy was her husband's illegitimate child with her best friend. Everything they had plotted was aimed at seizing her father's fortune. The woman's death had shattered their original plan, but it did not stop their ambition to claim her family's wealth. They decided to shift their target to the woman's father. Meanwhile, the woman's father was listening to a voice message from his daughter. In the message, she said that her husband was not as hopeless as her father had thought. She mentioned that over the past 5 years, her husband had always treated her well. She even wished her father a happy birthday, but before she could finish speaking, the message was abruptly cut off. At the end of the recording, her father heard what sounded like a fall. Realizing that something might have happened to his daughter, he rushed out to find her immediately. By this time, the woman had already been placed in a coffin by her husband. The man publicly announced the woman's death, planning to carry out their scheme once her father arrived. As friends gathered to mourn the woman, her husband and best friend put on an act of extreme grief, making everyone believe they deeply loved the woman. Her best friend even took out a carefully prepared birthday gift for the woman, intending to personally place it on her. Suddenly, the woman grabbed her best friend's hand. The sight terrified everyone present, making them wonder if the woman was truly dead. It wasn't until the man confirmed that the woman showed no signs of life that he finally relaxed. However, the best friend was seething with rage. She had always been suppressed by the woman in life, and now, even in death, the woman still wouldn't let go of her hand. For the sake of their greater plan, the best friend had no choice but to continue acting. Not long after, the woman's father arrived with bodyguards.